Hey, this is Dorarena with Tuesday Tea Time, okay? And so we're back, and it's been a couple of weeks since the last time I've been with everyone. And so, for those that are unfamiliar with Tuesday Tea Time, I am Dorarena, and we are coming from Women of Wisdom, which is a nonprofit organization set up to empower teen girls and women with practical wisdom and confidence. Okay, and so we're here to bridge that generational gap between the older ladies and the younger ladies, because guess what, everybody? We need each other. All of us women and our young people, I'm sorry for having to do this. But yeah, so, we're here to, for you, okay? To empower you to be the woman of wisdom that you were meant to be, okay? And so we want to welcome you to Tuesday Tea Time, where we just share a little wisdom, and you can, leave a comment, your own self, and share wisdom with us, because we all need each other. Okay. Now, usually I share, my tea, that I'm drinking. And this time I'm doing my chai. All right. So I hope that you have your beverages and that you relax and fill your cup up with wisdom. All right. Because it's tea time. All right. Yay. Okay. I want to mention too that we have a workshop coming up in August on the 21st, which is a Saturday, from 9 to 3. It's going to be at the Cross Training Center on 72nd, and we are going to have a blast. We got some really nice breakout session speakers, and we are looking forward to what's going to happen this year. You know how we are, women. We love gifts and prizes and all that kind of stuff, and we're going to have a lot of prizes. If you purchase your ticket online and do the early bird, is $20. The day of at the door is $30. So take advantage of the early bird wow ticket. Okay. So don't wait. Once the seats are full, that's it. So registration is open, and we are providing lunch, and so it's going to be fun. So some of the ladies that was there 2020, we had fun. So come back and join us. Okay. Okay. So we've been on this series called The Power of Transformation. Okay, and so we use the butterfly as an example of our, illustration. And so far, we've talked about the egg, we talked about the caterpillar, and now we are talking about the chrysalis stage, which when you're in the stage of transforming, and how this relates to us, okay? So that's what we've been talking about, and we're going to continue to talk about that. We haven't even got to the life of the adult butterfly. Okay, so there's some things I want to share with you that just really kind of been coming to me since I've been thinking about this whole thing. But you know me, I like to give dictionary definitions. so that we all know what it means. Okay. Okay. So here it is. Transformation, a thorough change in form or appearance. Okay. So we're talking about a thorough change here. Okay. And, you know, getting like your driver's license, going to college, getting married, that causes a transformation. Okay. So there's other things, that that's new and it can cause a transformation. And so we want to be able to go through these transformations correctly, using wisdom, not get stuck, in, you know, in our chrysalis stage. We don't want to be stubborn and not want to change and things like that, because we want to implement wisdom in our everyday lifestyle. And so as we embrace the transformation, then we can move on to a successful life. Would you not agree with that? Okay, so it is a process, okay? It's a process of changing, and it requires us to rethink, okay? So we have to rethink things, and it's a journey of discovering as well, okay? Or a journey of discovery, okay? Because, wow, you really do discover things about yourself. And there's even things that, we sometimes we hide from ourselves because we really don't want to have to deal with that, because maybe it was so painful or something like that. So, one sign of transformation is being uncomfortable. Like I mentioned before, when I started going through my transformation, my huge transformation, my butterfly transformation, it was uncomfortable, and I was feeling uncomfortable. I didn't really understand what was going on, but doing that, I just kind of started feeling like I didn't want to be around people, and I'm a people person. And so, just feeling uncomfortable. So that's kind of what I'm talking about when I say that, so clarification. Okay. So, I was thinking, there are some things in life that will never change unless we do something about them. Unless we are willing to change, there are some things that will never change in our lives, okay? And if we're not willing to face the truth about some things, it, will never change in those areas. And so we don't want to be stuck in our past, or live in our past, because we don't want to change, or, and I'll explain a little bit more of that as we go. I got some stuff written down that I want to share with you. So anyway, but in order for us to close the door to the things that we need to close the door to, we first must know what those things are. And so that's where you have to acknowledge, the things that we've been through, okay, so that we can close the door. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't close the door on something that you don't even know the door needs to be closed to, okay? So you have to acknowledge that there's an issue, okay, so you can close that door and walk away from that, okay? And so that's happens during the transformation when you're in the chrysalis. Because remember, I said with the butterfly, it degenerates, it melts down, liquefies, and then, I shared with you about the disc, the amygdala disc, that um, the genitals and eyes and legs and all those parts of the body are preserved in this disc. So when the butterfly starts to form, it has something to work from. Okay. And so remember, I said too that sometimes things that we go through, really is just, you know, you don't want to live in the past. You want to learn from the past. Okay. And to gain wisdom out of those things, not to live in them. Okay. So sometimes if we live in denial or have a mental block, we can have a unhealthy view of life. Okay. And so then we start having like a defeatist attitude. And really, that's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about a defeatist attitude, not having a defeatist attitude. Okay, so what is that? A defeatist is opposite of a of optimism or optimist, being an optimist. And we have those that are pessimistic and those that are optimistic. And that means that someone that's a pessimistic is someone that looks, well, let's use the glass. They look at the glass as being half empty. And optimist looks at the glass being half full. And so we want to look at the positive side of things, and we don't want to have a defeatist attitude. What does that mean? A defeatist attitude? Well, let me give you the definition for that. It means we give up before we even start, and we surrender easily. So we don't want to have that type of attitude that, we don't have any tenacity. We give up too easy. We have all of these negative things that we're saying to ourselves that we can't do this and we can't do that. And, you feel like you're not valuable and all these things like that. And, we have to, where is that coming from? Like I've said before, where is that coming from? And it kind of helps when you know where it's coming from, how to just deal with it or close the door to it or get past that part in life. Okay? Because some things we just need to get past, and, it is real. Okay, so if you are a defeatist and you are doing that, it's important that you find out why so that you can close the door, okay, and work your way out of the habitual practice, okay, that whatever that negative thing that's holding you back from moving forward. We want to get rid of that thing, okay? And so sometimes it's our mindset. We need a mindset. Do you know in order for you to change the way you're thinking or you change your mindset, you got to rethink. Like I said, you got to, transformation is learning how to rethink. To think better. And that's what you want. You want to think better about yourself, look at things in the right perspective, and have that positive outlook on life, because it really helps with your having the right attitude. Okay? All right. So these are things that I've had to learn, and I had to learn. Some of them I learned the hard way. Some of them I learned them just by observing other people's lives. And really, to be honest, young people, that is the better way to learn, is to observe the errors that other people make and use the wisdom out of that so that you don't have to go through the same thing that some of the older people have been through, or even some of your friends. It don't always have to be an older person, but whatever, you want to use wisdom and you want to gain wisdom, and through wisdom that will help you build confidence and not have to go through the low self-esteem type of life, and that's it's just better that way. Now I know that, some say that experience is the best teacher. No, experience is not the best teacher. Experience can be the most effective teacher, but not the best. The best is when you learn to listen and observe and take in the wisdom that is around you and take advantage of that. That is the best way. Learn to listen, and you may not like everything that you hear, but evaluate it. And, you don't have to take everything for face value, but you should evaluate everything. Look at the end results of that situation before you take action. That'll give you a lot of wisdom. That'll save you from a lot of trouble. And unfortunately, with me, I learned that at an older age. But you know what? I thank God that I learned it. And so I want to pass that on to you to make sure that you learn to listen and take wise counsel when it's given to you, and search for it, search it out, get different perspectives from different people, and then you can kind of, analyze things and put things together and decide, okay, what is the best path for me? What is the best way to go that will give me less trouble, down the line, okay? So that'll help you, make less mistakes. And that's what you want to do. You want to try to live a life without a bunch of regrets, okay? Okay, so some issues are really, they're deep issues, and some people, they need wise counseling, to get through some of the issues, because you can't always get through those issues by yourself. And so just depending on how deep things go, sometimes you just need counseling or therapy, whatever they want to call it, but you want to make sure that you're getting it from wise counselors, And so, so there you go. So just keep in mind, here on Teatime, we're touching a lot of areas. And so you just have to understand that just take what applies, What is that? Eat the hay and throw away the sticks, And I know that we're talking, we address, Christians and non-Christian ladies and teenagers and women. And so you just take it with a grain of salt, because we're talking to different types, people with different backgrounds and different beliefs and everything. But, wisdom is still wisdom. And using practical wisdom, you still get good results. Okay. And so that's what we're here to try to give you practical wisdom to help you maneuver through life without having a bunch of regrets. Okay. Yay. Okay. So here are a few practical ways that I want to share with you to stop self defeating thoughts. Okay, so we're talking about having that defeatist attitude when we're going through transformations. Um, we don't want to live in the attitude that is not right. Okay, and so that's for whoever's listening. Okay, so listen. One, stop confusing honesty for truth. Okay? Stop confusing honesty for truth. Truth is truth. I can, I can be honest and, be honest with you. Well, that's just me anyway. But don't confuse honesty for truth, okay? Because there is a big difference. Truth is truth, okay? Someone can say something that they feel that's honest. Maybe, I'm trying to think of an example, but someone could say something that's true. I mean, that's honest, but it may not be the truth of the matter, and right now it escapes me. So, but anyway, number two, okay, replace I can't with I won't. Okay, that's good. Replace I can't with I won't. And that way that'll help you stop having that defeatist attitude, giving up before you even get started. You're already defeating yourself because you're already telling yourself, I can't do this, I can't do this. No, you can do it. Either you can do it or you won't do it. So either, make it true. Make it true to you so that you can make this change without being stuck in your past or without being stuck in some hurt or without being stuck in some lie. You do need to know the truth, and you need to learn how to operate in the truth, because that will help you. So be honest and just say, I won't, because you can. Okay, replace I have to with I get to. Oh, wow, look what I get to do. And then, because if you feel like, man, I have to do this, I have to do that, that's pressure, because most people don't really like doing what they have to do, but when you have that attitude that I get to do that, that changes the whole attitude. All you got to do is try it out for yourself, and you'll see that there's much joy in I get to than I have to. Okay. All right now. Okay, number 4, celebrate the small wins. Don't wait until, it's a huge thing. Celebrate the baby steps. Celebrate the small wins. Don't start out with something, expecting something huge to happen, and then you feel like a failure when it doesn't happen. But start out with those small things because small things lead up to big things. And start celebrating the small things, all right? Let's take a deep breath. Mm. Okay. Reroute your self talk, okay? Stop telling yourself, I'm a failure. Stop telling yourself, this is too hard. Stop telling yourself, I'm such an idiot. Stop telling yourself all these negative things. Reroute your self talk, and that will help you to not have that defeatist. I can do this. I can go through whatever this situation I'm dealing with. I will get past this. This too shall come to pass because it will. And so don't give yourself the wrong perspective on life when there is a better perspective for you. You know, it's how you perceive things to be. And so get rid of that negative self-talk and reroute and start telling yourself, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Be your own cheerleader. I can do this. I can do this. And start telling yourself, because you got to start somewhere. Even if you don't believe it right off the bat, you still need to tell yourself that you need to rewire your brain. How about that? Rewire your way of thinking, and so that in your subconscious mind, it automatically says, I can do that. I can do that. And that's what you want. Okay? Number 6, embrace. Now listen to the whole thing. Don't take part of what I'm saying and say I said something I didn't say. Listen to the whole thing so you can understand exactly what is being said. And let me take a side journey on that real quick. That's the reason why a lot of things are falsified in the first place, because sometimes we half listen, or, you know, we just stop listening, you know, after the first 2 3 words, and then, you know, come back in, you know, and then we done miss the truth of what was being said. Then when we go to repeat it, we're repeating the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. So number 6 is embrace failure by identifying which emotions are holding you back. Okay. By which emotion is holding you back. Okay. Because that way, if you recognize it, you can deal with it. Okay. But if you can't recognize something, if you don't acknowledge that something exists, then to you it's not there. And sometimes that's what we do when things happen to us. You know, it's like a roadblock, you know, or, well, a mental block. And we just sometimes just refuse to even accept the fact that this happened to us. But if we accept the fact that it happened, then we can close the door to it, and we don't even have to live in that thing anymore. We can close the door to that. All right? That's good news. You got to put it into practice and make it work for you. Okay? I mean, I had to do these things my own self. Recognize the negative emotion that arise from failure. See, if you recognize those things when it comes, you know. See, it's not something that's sneaking up on you. It's not something that's trying to come through the back door. You when you recognize it, you can see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Okay, deal with past failures to improve self-esteem and confidence. So when you deal with past failures, it will help you improve your self-esteem and your confidence. All right, ladies. All right, my wild friends. you know, Tonight, just get rid of that defeatist attitude that somebody might have told you that you're not going to amount to anything. Somebody, might have told you that you're not worth anything. Somebody might have physically abused you and made you feel like you're not worth anything or that you can't do anything right or anything like that. Believe me, my wild friend, believe me, you can get past it. You can get past it. You can do it. You know, I'm proven evidence of it. And so if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? So start telling yourself, that I can. Okay? And start being truthful with yourself and deal with those situations the right way. And if you have any issues or you need someone to talk to, you can always contact me. My contact information is on our website, and you can see the website strolling on the bottom, www.womenofwisdominc.org. And you can go on our website and get my contact information. If you need somebody to talk with, I will definitely be willing to talk with you and help you work through some of these things. Okay? All right, my wild friends. This is Dorarena with Tuesday Tea Time. I love you, and remember always to walk in wisdom. All right? Good night.